Hey, it's BT with the BT CATALUNYA GP review. Let's get right to it. I am so sorry about Mugello, which sucks because that was the best overall racing, especially MotoGP of the year. I mean, they were passing MotoGP. What? They were passing. What? They were passing. What? In MotoGP? Yeah. So I feel bad that I didn't do the review. I was traveling. That's an excuse. I was on a cruise ship. I was working, and I said I'm gonna record this and upload it. And anyway, my bad on that. Let's just get right to it. This Catalunya review. My God, where did David Munoz come from? Holy shit, is that kid not good? 16. And when I was 16, you know what I was doing when I was 16? You know what I was doing when I was 16. I mean, it's like, mom and dad in here. Time for, But anyway, so what he was doing at 16, what I was doing at 16 were totally different things. But let's put it this way. He is killing. And that's all we need. Another great Spanish rider. Really. Another great Spanish rider. It's like the NBA. Really. That's all we need. Another great, tall, black basketball player. That's just the truth. I mean, can we get one good American in Moto3 or some a good French racer in Moto3? Just something to break up the monotony. But anyway, great job by David Munoz. I'm going to give him rider of the race, David Munoz. Dennis' father figure, Foggia, he is my heartbreak. I mean, it was like, don't let this bike break down on me. Although I'm in a podium contention, there's always something else I see. Anyway, I feel bad for Foggia. I really do. He needed that race. He was in good nick, man. I mean, he was winning warm up, pole position. He had that little cock walk to him. He had a smile. I had him down for the win, and no fault of his own. So Foggia's going to have to not run the table, but Foggia will have to start winning at least 4 more, because people don't realize Sergio Garcia has a 24-point lead, and his teammate who's in second. Right, he has a 24 on his teammate. Sergio Garcia is quietly just picking him off, man. The kid is incredible. But David Munoz, hey, I think, you know who said it best? Chemical Romance, when they say, teenagers scare the living shit out of me. And that's what they really do, because David Munoz, and then you got the kid from Brazil who's hurt, and you got Sasaki who's hurt. When they get well, holy shit. Moto3, here's what, listen to this. Moto2 is the Moto3 of Moto3. What? Exactly. Moto3 is the Moto2 of Moto3. That's how good Moto3 is. I mean, it's murderer's row. I can't see Sergio. No offense, but there's some racers when at the beginning of the year that they're leading the points, and you go, okay, they're gonna screw up and they're not gonna win it. I mean, I'm not gonna say any names, but that's just how it is. I can't see Sergio Garcia screwing up like this. I mean, the kid is wise beyond his years. And if you think about it, he gave Pedro Acosta all the way down to the end. He crashed in Aragon, and that took him out of the championship contention. But he was in it. He was in it to win it with Sergio. Everybody was talking about Pedro, but people didn't realize what Sergio Garcia was doing. So watch out for Sergio Garcia. This kid and Idan Guevara. Holy shit. And Suzuki's finally coming on. Like I said, Moto3 is so damn good. So rider of the race, David Munoz. Heartbreak goes to Dennis' father figure, Foggia. Seriously, sorry about that, Dennis. But you'll come back, and it's going to be great racing at the end of the year. Moto2. Moto2, listen, I got the rider of the races, Pedro Acosta. He came from 12th to 6th. Heartbreak goes to Joe motherfucking Roberts. Holy, I can't even make fun of him, because Joe Roberts is only 47 points out of the championship. People don't talk about Joe Roberts. And he's on a good race. He won the race in Mugello, and what he's doing now is just he's picking them off, and he's looking good. That race, what happened there, I feel bad for him, but it just happens, man. And this is something I'm going to say real quick. I really think there's riders in Moto2, and I'm not being mean. I just think they're not going to get that shot in MotoGP. I hate to say it, and I hope I'm wrong. I want everybody to win, but listen. I say do a Dominica Gerter, go to World Super Sport, kick ass, and then come back the long way if you're young. Look, perfect example. Okay, you know who's not having a good year? Sam Lowe's. I know Sam, if you see this, Sam, you're going to be, hey, who's this old gauge you talking about, man? Yeah? I'm not having a good year? Who's this old gauge? Listen, no offense to Sam, I love Sam, but let's be honest, not having a good year. I say go to World Super Sport. You do have a good year there. You go to World Superbike. You and your brother on the same team together. You ride out to the sunset like that. And an influx of young talent in the World Superbike. They're going to get the fans filled. I really think so. You get some young talent. You know, the young people come in. World Superbike does some great shit that MotoGP doesn't. It's like a party over there. You know, they got the party atmosphere in the paddock. You put a DJ. You put some music going on. You make it a party. Go to World Supersport. Look what Dominica Gerter did. He went to World Supersport. He started kicking ass. He was signing titties, kissing babies, running for president. This dude is killing it. And he's racing Moto E and World Supersport. So do that. Marcel Schroeder's a perfect example. Schroeder is consistent. He's like the sun in Mexico. He's there all the time. I mean, he really is. Let's be honest. But I mean, he hadn't gotten over that hump to win a race, and he's been there a while. Even Tom Luthie's like, you've been there a while, bro. I mean, so let's be honest. I think he should go. Look, he's like Locatelli. Locatelli was the same way. Locatelli was a consistent top 6, top 8, top 10. And Locatelli, now look what happened. He went over to World Supersport. The rest is history. So I think those guys should do that. I hate to say give up on the dream, but just defer it for a little while. Anyway, let's go to MotoGP. MotoGP, listen. When did Taka Nakagami become a 2021 Moto3 Darren Bender? I mean, let's be honest. You found out that Taka's behind you, like, oh shit, Taka's here. You know what? I'm just gonna go in the gravel trap right now. I'm just gonna save me some time and injury. I'm just gonna go in the gravel trap. Okay, is he gone? Okay, I'll come back. That's what it is. I mean, I'm glad he's okay because his face, he headbutted the rear wheel of a MotoGP bike, and that's at least 300 horsepower in the rear. So I'm glad he's okay, but man, that was scary. And I really think he hears the footsteps of Agura and Chantra. So listen, I said it before, and I'm glad it's a European Championship. This is America. It'd be like, I mean, I just feel like there's only all the Asian riders, they can only go to a Honda LCR. I mean, that's what it seems like to me. But anyway, I think listen, the best way a perfect example of this is listen to the podcast with Matt Dunn and Fran on MotoGP Last on the Brakes. Listen to the podcast with Taka, and it tells you everything you know about Taka. I love Taka, but it tells you everything you need to know. He crashed. I felt bad for him. I'm glad he's okay, but let's be honest, man. They're not very happy with Taka. Nobody is. Renz, that's 2 weeks in a row he screwed Renz. I feel bad, but Ren's like, hey, man, what do you got against me? Did I talk about your mama? I mean, just tell me. Can we talk about it? Anyway, I'm glad he's okay. Renz is out for a while. He's got a broken, I think, thumb. He's out for a while. I feel bad for him. Let's be honest here. MotoGP, the actual race, really wasn't. It was a funeral procession. It reminded me of when Lorenzo won those years in like 2010, 11, or 2012. MotoGP was a procession. Let's just be honest. And that's what it's like. There's no passing. I mean, once you get the whole shot, it's pretty much done. So, rider of the race to me goes to Alex Marquez. He came from dead last to 10th. Honorable mention goes to Johan Mir. Great race by Mir. He needed that shit. Heartbreak. You know who Heartbreak goes to? Aleix Espargaro. I'm not even gonna make fun of him because I don't want him hunting me down. And even his kid was crying in the paddock. I mean, I know it ain't funny, but even his kid was crying. I feel so bad, and I'm glad they did the camera away from him. Remember, they put the hand on the camera, like, no. And it's the truth. I mean, he's hard enough on himself, so let him go. But man, I can't even, because I can't make fun of him. I just felt so bad. I can't make fun of him. I'm not gonna call him an idiot. I mean, you see that zero. Maybe he was just, I don't know what it was, but I ain't gonna talk about it. I put that back. You know, they want me to talk about the rucker. I ain't gonna talk about the rucker. So I feel bad for Aleix Espargaro, but let's be honest here, man. That race was kind of boring. It really was. But man, the Fabio kicked their ass. I mean, that was a UFC, just straight Anderson Silva 2010 Anderson Silva ass kicking. Like, holy shit, what Fabio did. Listen, but Aleix Espargaro's only 21 points behind Fabio. He can still win the championship, but he's going to have to do what Nicky Hayden. It's got to be consistency. You got to get a podium here, a podium there. You got to finish above Fabio in at least 3 races, and he's going to have to win. Aleix has to win at least one more time, maybe 2, and finish ahead of Fabio at least 3 more times. It's still not over yet, but And Pecco's going to have to win at least 3 races. Pecco's going to win at least 3 and outpoint Fabio for pretty much the rest of the year, or have to have a hell of a second half of the season. Let's just be honest, man. He can still do it. But, I mean, but Fabio is riding out of his head. For a bike that's supposed to be a jalopy, what Fabio said about that bike, it's supposed to be a jalopy, he's riding out of his fucking mind. By the way, has anybody seen Franco Morbidelli yet? And I love Franco. That's my dude. But, man, come on now. Like I said, I put up a milk carton. Now, back of milk cartons. I'm putting up pictures of his poster on telephone poles. I'm like, has anybody seen Franco? Because I love Franco, but let's be honest, he's not having a good year. And I don't know if they're going to buy him out of his seat, but man, it is not looking good for him. Congratulations to Raul Fernandez, who got a point, and good for him. I think somebody's going to be moving, I think, next year. I don't know where, but I mean, the rumor is that Mir's already signed with Honda, but who knows? Anyway, I thought the race was kind of boring, but it's still MotoGP. Moto3 to me stole the show. Second was Moto2. And MotoGP was last. Like I said, but Fabio's riding out of his fucking mind. I can't see anybody beating Fabio as far as consistency, because when he's supposed to not have a good race, he still gets second or third. He's doing the old Marquez way. Marquez called it. When you have a bad day, you still got to finish on the podium or third or fourth at the least. And that's what he's doing. Fabio, and I can't see anybody out doing, but you never know. You might have a run of bad luck, you know, a couple of slide outs. You never know. And Pecco might go on a run, but Pecco's gonna have to go on a run. I'm talking like Usain Bolt kind of run. Like, damn, look at Pecco. Damn, look at Pecco. That kind of run. I can't see it happening, but you never know. It's MotoGP, it's racing. That's what makes it so great. Anyway, thank you guys. Sorry about Mugello. I think I said simple. I don't think it was the greatest race of the year. And I didn't even record it, so I feel bad. But hey, I'm back. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate that. And I will give you one for Germany. So until then, you know the word. Peace.